Thank you, Candace, for sharing some of the fear that those in our community have of the police force. We're going to move on to our first topic, which is transparency and information sharing. And another Black Lives Matter member, Deryke, is going to lead us through this discussion.
How y'all doing? Right. Thank you, Candace. Right. Stories like Candace are way too common here in our area. You hear me? And just like the others you're going to hear tonight, it's just getting a little bit too out of hand. Right. Unfortunately, everything in public is told about the police works to discredit and invalidate our experiences and keep people unaware of the systematic problems that we face. Right. And we as the people, we want proof. Right. And we're going to show proof. Right. All at the same time. Right. Because it's all documented and it's on paper. Right. We know our stories are not isolated incidents that just happen. Right. We know that they're part of a much bigger picture. With the information that is out there, this is what we do know. Right, let me let y'all read the thing. I'm going to step over here. But this is what we do know. We know that the use of force in the U.S. is out of control. In 2015 alone, it's estimated that the police killed over 1,186 individuals. Right. We also know that profiling is a problem here in our state. Right. In Illinois, the number of consent searches after traffic stops of African American and Hispanic motorists was more than double that than whites. Right. Am I helping y'all? Yeah. Oh, I gotta slow down for y'all. Give me a sec. I slow down. Right. Okay. Thank you. Right. Let me jump in. Here in our community, we know that black people make up about 10% of our population, of our driving population. But from the last reported periods made up, 20% of all traffic stops were blacks. Also 21% of all consent searches and 46% of all K9 sniffs. Take a moment to let that sink in. These are the numbers that BPD themselves reported to the Department of Transportation. Now compare this to whites. There's 79% of the driving population, 71% of traffic stops, 70% of consent searches, but 48% of K9 sniffs? Right, now compare that back to that 46% I said about blacks earlier, if you forgot. Right. As you can tell, black people in this town are being stopped, searched, and subjected to K9 sniffs at a rate that is completely disproportionate to the population. So why are the police searching so many black people? Are they more likely to have contraband on them? No. The disproportionate amount of searches against black people in Bloomington is not supported by a higher rate of contraband. In fact, it turns out that when black people were searched, 17% were found to be in possession of contraband, while white people were searched and 24% were found to be in possession of contraband. When black people were subjected to K9 sniffs, 33% were found to be in possession of contraband, while white people were subjected to K9 sniffs and 43% were found to be in possession of contraband. In other words, the best chances for finding contraband are with white drivers, not blacks. This is just some of the available data that points to a systematic problem in policing. It's enough to point to a problem, but it's not enough to tell the story of why the problem exists. What isn't accessible are the policies and procedures that create the problems. What is being done to create the problem, and how our police currently operate. Our solution. The law enforcement is a public institution. It should be transparent and open in its operation. The Bloomington Police Department should disclose protocols and practices to the public, including hiring requirements, officer evaluation standards, and measures for advancement and promotion, department demographics, training requirements, and disciplinary protocols. Currently, information about actions such as stops, the cause of each stop, arrests, searches, use of force, and other enforcement outcomes as it relates to race and other demographic information should be also updated regularly so that we can be made accessible to the public on a regular basis. Thank you.